what it does.
We gotta work on that transition. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Mighty Misfit Menagerie, or
Menagerie.
Cast.
Tonight we're going to be doing 2 hours of Rime and Frostmaiden. This will be episode 36, followed by 2 hours of Candlekeep after a short break. And for Candlekeep, we are on our part 2 of A Deep and Creeping Darkness. And both of these will be up next week on YouTube on Tuesday. I think that's everything that I need to get to the beginning, but apparently starting closer to on time has me a little off balance. So,
you're ready
without
so early.
further ado, Helena, would you mind giving us a recap of episode 35?
I think I can help with that. So, the Gnoll vampire had just run away like a little coward. And we were like, we celebrated. Then we went into this broken wizard's tower that's within this cavern. And Professor Scant was like, yo, this tower restores your magical energy. And we're like, that's really nice. That's so handy. It restored on a short rest. It restored a couple of spell slots for people. And very fancy. And then we immediately broke the tower, so now it doesn't work anymore. And we kept on trucking through this dungeon. So, where there was a white-robed skeleton in there, Tempest was like, I ain't trucking with that. I'm going to destroy it right away. Turns out it had an amulet on it that probably would have helped us, but you know what? I no regrets. So then Molly kind of went into this little alcove that had this cool stone slab on it. Another Nethery's magical wonder doodad. We should have a name for those. And it gave him the ability to cast Arcane Eye, which he was like, all right, let's recon. So the Arcane Eye is like, do. We went into this new cavern that has this huge pit in it. And we're like, the sides of this pit are like super smooth and perfectly round. So it probably wasn't just made by the explosion or whatever happened to the city. It's probably made by a huge monster. So Arcane Eye goes boop, 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 goes down into the pit. It's like, what are these steaming piles of these pools of steam? What are
It might be
these?
poop.
They have a bathroom too.
I'm sure there is some
Everybody poops.
of that down there as well. There were some huge snowballs. Maybe that was their poop. Maul is like, this is definitely the Remarazzle. And we were like, we know exactly what that is.
The Razzapan. Right.
The Razzmatazz.
The Razzapan.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. The Razzmatazz. So Molly was like, okay, let's keep the Arcane Eye on these steaming piles, which apparently are the monsters they sleep in water. I don't know. They burned through something. So keeping an eye on that. We keep moving on. Then we come to another chamber that has a bunch of shadows in it. And we're like, we're going to be smart about this. We're going to do this very strategically. So Altus is like, I'm going to sneak in and I'm going to do this really cool spell I know. And that would have worked if the stupid wall hadn't gotten in his way. So then we were in initiative, but it doesn't matter. We got to his turn. He was like, snap, snap. And they all poof. So it was very impressive. So then we're taking some time to congratulate ourselves and feel really good. And then the Gnoll vampire comes back and we killed it this time. Burned it with fire. Recapitated.
Excellent.
Yay.
Wait, what happened?
You died.
And that is where we find you all at the beginning of this evening's episode, standing around the decapitated corpse of the Gnoll vampire.
Burned.
Decapitated and burned corpse of the Gnoll vampire.
Oh, actually, I'm so sorry. And then we found that we went back to the alcove with the slab, rolled the slab in front of the wall, and Molly was like, he was like moving it into place, and then there was a creepy humanoid walking by, like with its mouth all hanging open and it had black fingers. And that was where we ended. So sorry.
Thank you. And that is where we ended, with all of you in the room of the Arcane Eye. having just carved a slab of door for a long rest.
We did not move our tokens there.
Did we all see that?
I believe just whoever was at the door, so that would be Malai, Tempest, and Altus that saw the figure.
Oh God, did it see us?
Did what see us?
There's something else out there. I gotta sit down though.
Yes. We should rest and hope that it can't gain entrance into this room.
Is there a crack we can see through out there?
With how it was put up against the wall, you'd have to move it in
Okay.
order to get any visuals.
How heavy is the door?
It took 3 of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was a 4x8 slab of basically cement.
Can you send your magic eye doodad out there and see what it's doing?
The eye at this point, it has been,
Destroyed.
yeah, it's been.
It's just
been
the
beyond
time has elapsed.
Yes.
Unfortunately, no. I cannot. I no longer have it. The duration of the spell has ceased.
Forever?
Yes. It only lasted for a short amount of time.
Z, I think Tempest had a good idea. Can you see if anyone's out there? Hear any? I'm sorry if I'm insensitive.
So 2 problems there is this slab, as I like knock it, is pretty thick. And so is this ice. And also, so like I think it's a foot of stone stops anything. Or a foot of any object, like solid object. And also if it's not breathing, I can't sense it. So
He didn't look well.
A no could have worked too.
I'm just trying.
No, I appreciate you helping me learn. No
Honestly,
magic
Altus,
out, no magic in.
If he hadn't explained it to you, then there would be a high probability that next time you would have to be told no again, and now you would know for the future.
Well, if we're that worried about it, I could go out there with Mordecai, but
I say we just
Out of character, can you teleport without seeing where you're going?
up to 15 feet of unoccupied space. Oh, you can see, I guess. We can make a little crack, then I can see it.
I think we're probably safe just staying in here and keeping watch on the door as we rest.
And we did determine that we only need a short rest to get her strength back. So do we want to do a short rest and then reassess, or do we want to do a full rest like we were planning?
Mighty DM, what time of day is it?
There's no sunlight coming into the space.
There's no way for us to.
You're deep in a cave. So let's, if you want to know, try to see if you can get a perception check to see if you can see how much time has passed that you've been in here.
I felt long rest.
Spent on high levels too.
Yeah.
Long rest at night.
I have some high level left.
Why do you only long rest at night?
My circadian rhythm.
I mean, technically by the rules, you're only allowed a long rest every 24 hours. So, I mean, but most groups don't follow that. So,
24.
So at this point, between all of the rooms that you've gone through, you've been in the cave for around 3 or 4 hours. So it would be from when you started out at that waypoint, it was first thing in the morning. It took you about 12 hours to get to the edge where you had that battle.
Okay.
So you have been up for about 16 hours total.
okay. So it would be fair to.
The weathers of the day are upon us.
I mean, I feel like Tempest is already asleep. So.
She's not asleep, but she doesn't look good. She looks real just
Jumpy.
like I'm rocking her.
Jittery.
Tempest, can I sit with you? Are you okay?
Yes, please sit with me. Are we gonna make this? Are we gonna make it out of here?
We will.
I
We
grab
have
your hand. I'm scared. I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm scared. I'm scared.
It's okay. At this point, we've seen just about everything one could imagine. And we're still
What about
going.
the Remmer Razzle?
That's
I can't do anything. I'm so weak. I can't even help. I'm gonna get someone killed.
I put my arm around you, and I just say, "Well, we'll deal with that tomorrow, just like we always do."
I don't want to interrupt, but I'm going to cast See Invisible, just so for the next hour, if anything invisible is in the room with us.
Okay.
And it's Rime Raz.
Not the time.
Erasmus.
Tempest, I don't know if this will help at all. And I'll put my arm on her shoulder and just kind of pat it and cast Enhance Ability. And I'll give her Bull Strength, so the target has advantage on strength checks. And his or her carrying capacity doubles.
So you feel
Fun.
strong.
So do I feel? I don't feel as strong as I normally do, but I feel stronger. Or do you think I feel stronger than I normally do?
That feeling of being dried out, almost desiccated internally from your contact with those shadows begins to recede. And while you aren't back to your full level of strength, you can start feeling your muscles flexing, becoming sore, any sort of feeling that you had lost beginning to return.
Thank you.
Mm.
Cool. Here, in a second.
I'm also going to cast Arcane Lock on the slab.
Okay. All right.
And then sleep, because that's all my spell slots.
I'll save it for a watch.
Okay. Excellent. Is anybody else doing anything else before going to turn in?
I just want to say one thing really quick before, like at the end. So sorry. So like I'm laying down and maybe Altus and I are kind of just like facing each other. Also, that was really cool how you killed all those shadows.
Thank you. It worked almost like I wanted it to.
Worked pretty well from where I was standing.
Thank you. And I guess
What?
It's rather cold this morning, don't you think? As I desperately try and like take all attention away from Altus and Tempest. Because we're in a very small room.
As the lovebirds drift off together and our robo-man, who had already gone to bed, we leave just our druid awake. Unless were you taking watch with him or second watch?
I was gonna, for once, use something. I'm gonna pull out the bag of tricks and pull out a fuzzy object
Okay.
and throw it on the ground.
Go ahead and roll.
Come on, roll. Oh my god.
5.
Technology.
Alright, a weasel appears. And it's helpful to us, and so I'm going to tell it if something comes through, or like something like threatening enters the room, like wakes them up, kind of thing.
Okay.
So I'm like having it help guard, like
Okay.
watch. It obviously can't like attack or anything, but like if something happens, someone will have it wake me up.
And how long does the weasel last?
Till dawn.
Okay, great. All right, and with that,
I think I can use that way.
I'm comfortable with it.
Look at that.
And with that,
I will actually, after my watch ends, unless you want to play through the watch, after my watch ends, I'd like to meld in the stone into the rock that's covering the door, so that if it gets moved, I could potentially feel it or
Okay.
figure it out, and that's where I'll take my rest.
okay. And was anybody taking the second watch?
I thought the weasel was.
Weasel taking the second watch alone?
Can the weasel be
Okay.
trusted?
So the creature is friendly to you and your companions and acts on your turn. You can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what action takes on its next turn. Or give it general orders such as to attack your enemies.
Can I have a perception check from the weasel?
Yeah.
Could Mordecai stay up and watch?
He only lasts an hour.
He has advantage on perception checks.
I kind of wish that Atlas could like enter a scan mode.
That's a dirty 20.
Oh, you little rascal.
Little weasel.
Yeah.
The
That's the
weasel doesn't hear or see anything.
Okay.
And come dawn, as it poofs out of existence, all of you awaken unscathed.
Cool.
Still in the dark cold of the tomb that you've created for yourselves.
Start doing push-ups.
We phrase it that way. Wasn't
My strength is back. I no longer have a 5 strength.
I will be birthed out of the stone.
Ugh.
phrasing.
Oh, why is it wet?
Whole place.
Why are you naked?
Oh,
Screaming.
Yeah, we're used to that by now.
And the next day is upon you. Are you all going to remove the stone, or what is your plan?
My plan is to get my 10 temporary
My
HP.
axe ready. I'm gonna kick this stone out of the way. I'm gonna get anything.
So, unfortunately, you can't kick the stone out of the way.
I try to. It doesn't work.
She's feeling strong today, all right?
I'm feeling much
as,
better.
As she goes to kick the stone, I will dispel my arcane lock so it is no longer locked.
So the stone smacks against the wall as you kick it, which is enough for it to fall backwards and lands right in front of you with a loud thud that echoes throughout the caverns.
I scramble into Atlas because I was not prepared.
On top of it, is anything in the hallway?
Nothing you can see.
I think I'll just kind of run to the end here and check it out.
Show yourself! So the cavern outside is exactly how you left it before. There's still the crumbled portion of the wall, apparently undisturbed, though some fresh frost has begun to cover it as this new surface area has presented itself to this chilly atmosphere.
Looks okay.
I'm gonna head out next.
I can't see things. There we go.
I'll go next.
So I wonder which way we're needing to go. Did we go this way?
That's where we
now you have
fought
been
the shades, right?
Yes, you've been down both of these tunnels previously.
Okay.
The one to the south led you to that room with the Remoraz pit and the fallen tower. The other direction led to the shadow room.
Okay, so which way do we go now? Because I think we've checked.
Which way was haunted? So I'm going that way.
So we went through. Oh, we forgot to talk about Steven. Because I think the shadows were after Steven. So
Yeah, they were
over
in that
here.
room over there.
So we're pulling over that way?
I'm just trying to remember like which way we should go. Because I guess there is a hallway up here.
Yeah, we didn't really explore the rest of the shadow room
Okay.
after,
What was
after the blood fight and firewall.
There are
Totally got what's
multiple
behind.
hallways.
It was Valen.
Oh, God, okay. I was like, what else is in the room with us that we didn't discuss? Am I, was I not paying attention?
It was watching us while we were sleeping.
And you can't cast Arcane Eye again? I thought you got that spell from touching it.
No, it just cast it on me, essentially.
Okay.
That's way too high. To be honest, Valen can cast Arcane Eye, actually.
That she can.
So if we want the Arcane Eye back, technically Valen can do it.
I mean, even if we just have her do it to just keep an eye on the Remorazes again, just to make sure we don't disturb them.
Anything she could do to be useful. I say it as Jake, not as all.
Okay, I was gonna say that's rude.
She will reply, that is one of my most powerful abilities, and it lasts but an hour. Is it something
Oh,
you are
fair
sure
enough.
you want now?
It's gonna drain you.
Why don't we
I
wait
would-
until we think we trigger something?
I mean, it would be nice to know that they're not already active, though.
I feel like we would hear that.
Yeah, wouldn't we hear it coming? It's so big.
Well, Remoraz is a tundra predator, so its ability to stalk its prey must be notable.
I think I'd rather be ready in case anything happens and have more defenses prepared.
So what does that mean?
Forego the Arcane Eye.
Yeah, I agree. And then I think maybe if we think that we do something that wakes them up, we can have her send down high.
I can also locate them again
Right.
when we need it. That's also a high
Isn't
level
that
spell,
also
though.
a high level? Yeah.
But that's an option.
Yeah, I say we save our resources until we need to use them.
Can I come over here? Check that area out, I guess.
And I would like to try and keep pace with Tempest as much as possible. She's faster than me, but
I'm not trying to lose you.
I know. Just your movement speed is higher than the rest of us, so
Sure.
it's assumed that when you hustle, you hustle. You know what I mean?
I'm just trying to make sure if we see anything, I'm meeting it first.
Excellent.
Investigate, but not me. Someone else.
This
I can do that.
20-foot high cavern tapers to a dead end. A dozen human skeletons, sheathed in frost, lie on the uneven floor, but their skulls appear to be missing.
Oh no.
Creepy.
Didn't we fight some skulls back somewhere?
Yeah, the flaming skulls. Is that what happens?
Hmm.
Oh yeah, because you told me you're gonna make sure my head does that after I die. Right.
I did.
I mean, I asked you
Oh,
to. You
okay.
wouldn't do that for me.
I would.
To be honest, I believe Altus would be more, with his penchant for necromancy, might be the better option for that for you.
You understand.
I only got a 10 on investigate, so.
So all of the bodies are kind of heaped in a corner, as if they died around the same time.
Do they look similar to the last flaming skull bodies we found?
It's hard to tell.
Are they wearing the white robes or?
No.
Okay.
Do they have anything? Or do I need to roll higher?
Yeah, so
Alright.
with the 10.
Altus.
No, it's mostly tattered remains of long decayed clothing.
I'm gonna stay at the mouth of this, just on the lookout. Who else?
I'm gonna go through and see what I can see.
And which of you at this point, right now, you're all shown as kind of standing at this mouth. Has anybody entered?
I guess it's me and Altus inside, for sure, since we're investigating.
Okay. As soon as you enter into the cave through that mouth, you both begin to feel an intense hunger, as if you haven't eaten in days.
Oh, that's nostalgic.
I don't
What?
like that. I don't.
Z, can you come in here?
Sure. I'll go in.
Same thing. As soon as you pass the threshold of the arch, your stomach begins to ache with how empty it feels.
That's not pleasant.
I will cast Detect Magic, non-ritual.
Okay.
And then do you want to start searching so we don't have to
Yeah.
stay in here
I'm
alone?
gonna start looking around, maybe for some jerky or something too. That's a 10.
Damn it!
Can I investigate as well?
Sure.
So maybe this is a 10.
I can't.
We're not meant to find it.
I'm
if
burning
it's
the
a 10
table.
too.
9.
+1?
9.
We are not meant to find whatever's in there.
Whatever is in here is lost to time.
Yeah.
I can't think straight. I'm so hungry.
As each of you have now spent this time to investigate the room, may I please have a Constitution save?
Oh,
I might
knew it.
detect magic?
Your detect magic.
Yeah, I cast it.
There is some sort of psychic energy, psionic energy that you can feel in this room.
Okay, but it's not magical. Like it's not a spell or
No.
a magic effect.
No.
Well, there's nothing magical causing the 16 on my con save, by the way.
Succeed. What was yours?
A fail.
You take 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh.
Knew it.
We
I
just
knew
said
it.
that too.
I fucking knew it.
This is not a spell, but it is a magical effect.
Okay. Can I see the source of it by any chance?
The pile of bodies.
Itself.
It seems to fill the entirety of this cavern, but that is where it is
Radiating from?
Z's leaving. So I got the camera.
I gotta get out of here too.
Your hunger is not abated.
Fantastic.
Even with making the con save, you can still feel it.
Can I eat something? Does that abate it or no?
Go ahead.
Do we have
Okay.
good berry?
That would be you.
Yeah, I'll pass out some jerky, some rations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, all of you do feel sated.
Okay, so it doesn't continue after that.
Not that we know of.
Are you staying in the room or are you leaving?
Oh, I left. Yeah.
Are we still exhausted?
Whatever
Yes.
that effect was, it was coming from the bodies themselves. But it wasn't a spell. It was almost like some kind of psychic effect or anomaly.
Question that Hank is not sure of outside of game, because I know we've talked about this, but do we as players know that these are called the Caves of Hunger?
That they are known as that, yes.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty apt name for the cave, I guess.
So what happened exactly?
When you enter this cavern, you become ravenously hungry to the point where Altus looks a bit blue around the edges.
Same. Or green, though.
So we don't go in there.
Yes, but it's fascinating.
Nothing was in there but dead people.
I mean, if you want to go in, I can
Where you going?
I'm just
bolster you a
starting-
little bit against the effect, but I can't do a whole lot.
Well, I'm wondering if, I spent some time, I could change my armor to psychic resistance, and I wonder if that would make me immune to the effect.
How long would that take?
About an hour.
I mean, is there anything down there you think that...
Well, it could be an artifact or object causing the effect, or it could be a creature that could come after us now that it's aware of us, or it could be that even though we are now sated, that this could be an ongoing effect that can only be stopped by something inside that pile of corpses.
I say we move on and see what happens. Because how do we know that changing your armor to that is going to help?
Well, I don't. I was just offering maybe solutions.
Yeah, no, I know.
And it might be just another hour that the Remoraz could
Right.
potentially come for us.
Okay.
Do you have greater restoration yet?
I have a lesson.
Do you?
It's not like fifth level,
Yeah,
sixth level.
in a level or two.
I think it's next level. Because it's level 4. I think.
It's
Or
level
5.
So you all are continuing into this cavern here?
Yes.
Right.
I was just thinking for your
More
exhaustion.
tunnels. This cavern has a 10-foot high ceiling covered with icicles that nearly touch the floor, forming thin stalactites. Several of these icicles have been broken off, leaving paths that lead to the cave's 4 exits. Narrow tunnels to the east and south, and wider tunnels to the west and northeast. High-pitched barking and yipping echoes throughout the cave, but you can't tell which direction the sounds came from.
But not like hyena yipping, like barking and yipping.
Can I do nature?
I was gonna say, because we very recently met a hyena, so.
Fuck. A duck. That is a 14.
Not a hyena.
Is that a 14? That's a something. Yeah, that's a 14. Can I cast... I don't know if this is going to work. I might just burn a spell, but speak with animals.
Were you factoring in your amulet when you did that con save?
It's not worked into your character.
Real low.
Rolled a 2.
Oh, okay. She said just came in. I was like, oh, wait, did
No,
your
if
con
he had rolled higher, I could help him too, but it was so low that even
I think between the two of us, we might have actually been able to make it happen. Because I can add 4 as well.
I could add
Speak with
18
animals.
Speak with animals?
Yeah.
So
These are not made in communication.
intimidation or scaring.
So they don't mean anything.
They're just yep.
My detect magic would still be up. Is there anything in this room that might be causing that effect? Okay.
I say
All right, Tempest. Where to?
clockwork. Start this way. Go that way.
That's cool.
Okay. Okay, tell me which one you're going to first. I apologize.
Clockwise.
To the north.
All right, to the north it is.
I think that's what he meant when he said clockwork.
I said clockwise.
No, you said clockwork.
I said clockwise.
I heard clockwise. I just wasn't sure where we
We
were
could
starting.
just they're kind of ending,
All right.
so I guess if we can.
It might even loop around.
I'll go
Here-
into this one first. Everybody, stay back.
Peering into this 10-foot high cavern, you come face to face with an army of small, misshapen ice sculptures.
Okay, I'm not touching those. I'm not touching them.
Um,
I go
well-
in enough to where I'm in the room, but I'm being very careful. I'm not going to touch them.
Okay.
Okay.
An incessant yipping noise fills the cave, originating from a tunnel in the south wall that contains a rough-hewn staircase leading down into darkness.
Listen.
Yes.
All right, go back. I tell everybody that.
So
What was with those sculptures last time?
They were frozen things.
But that was Oriel's, and they were very lifelike.
maybe these have melted. How many were there?
An army.
An army.
And did it look like we could get to these stairs without touching them?
They are spaced enough that if you were careful, you could step around and over them.
Okay.
And they're
Sounds
just
like an acrobatics trick.
little sculptures. Like we don't know exactly what they looked like.
No.
All right. Well,
They are carved, you remember, from earlier in this, in the vague shape of a kobold.
so there's a
They looked kind of like
bunch
that
of kobolds.
first
little
little
statues.
vampire thing we saw.
The kobold.
But they're frozen?
Are
Yes.
they
And they
the
weren't
s-
very detailed.
So when you say small, are they the size of kobolds, or are they like small? Okay. So they could be like frozen kobolds.
I know it's probably not going to do anything, but it's free detect thoughts.
Um,
If they're undead, it doesn't do anything. But I'm wondering if they're something else.
and it's 30 feet, correct?
Correct.
Nothing but your party members in Berlin.
They're Cybermen.
So do we think this is a Netherese thing or a Frostmaiden thing?
I think this is a uniquely Cave of Hunger thing.
Yeah, we might be pressed to just leave it alone. I could cloak us all to give us a little bit more when we're sneaking by, if we did want to stealth.
Should we maybe explore other avenues of egress before?
Potentially.
Let's just go. The longer we're in here, the closer I feel that we come to death anyway, so we might as well just be, what is the term? Damn heroes.
Okay. I will go in there. I'm going to be very careful.
I will cast Pass Without Trace on everybody.
Okay.
What does that look like?
I've never cast that before. What does it look like? I will druid craft a flower and give it to each one of you guys, and that will kind of pale green aura comes off of it and encapsulates you.
Mali's works too good and he can't speak.
No, that's a feature, not a bug.
Should we go around the edge or just go across right to?
I mean, shortest distance, right?
I guess
don't know if people wanted to investigate kind of on the way.
I kind of wish they'd put the little statues in the room.
Yeah, that's where they go.
Yeah.
Because it's an army. The way that really is. Maybe.
I guess what does it look like here? Is it which way is clearer? If we hug the wall, this way or going around?
As far as hugging the wall, it's going to be this closer wall that's more
Okay.
clear.
Yeah, we should go that way then. Directly.
Okay. I have while I move to the staircase, do an roll.
Are you trying to stealth through that room,
Mm.
or just avoid
I think
touching the ice?
just trying to avoid touching the sculptures.
I think we should maybe try stealth as well.
He's giving us a bonus
Yeah.
anyway. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Counter.
Yeah. So
Well,
give
and
me-
plus, technically, in stealth, you only move half speed, so we're already moving carefully.
So give me stealth checks, everybody.
I need to get new dice.
What is the pass without trace give?
Plus
Plus
10.
10.
Yeah. 16.
All right.
12.
Oh, it's 75.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
I don't, and I got a.
Oh no, hold on, I have disadvantage. That's still 21.
After rolling a 3. After
Which
all
armor
the
are you
plus,
wearing?
I rolled a 19.
Okay. So that was a 19 from Altus.
Scum out.
22.
22.
16.
All right. So 16, 12, 21, 22, 22. As you come through the cavern to the other side, the yipping continues, and you begin to hear distinct voices within it. Coming to the edge of this cave,
Go ahead.
coming to the edge of this cave, staring down into the darkness, you can see 6 more of the kobold vampires in this lower chamber, as well as the faint scent of death.
Oh.
So, do we send all this in? Or do I flame that shit up? What do we do?
I won't go all the way in, but ready it.
Okay.
And if I give you the signal,
Right,
or
like-
they still seem to be there, I'll be able to take it.
Can I offer a suggestion?
Yes.
Why don't me and Altus loop around to that other passage?
You don't know
'Cause I
that
don't
other
think we would
passage.
see
It
that.
exists.
We don't see that.
We can-
Because from there we would see like that.
I feel like architecturally it would make sense, but yeah.
Well, so Altus, you're trying to go in and do the same thing you did with the shadows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Destroy the damned undead.
Well,
I don't know if you'd be able to destroy these, though.
Even if you can turn them and fear them, like
we could try that, and then I can use Mordecai, if it doesn't work, to teleport myself and these two in the middle of it, and hopefully take them by surprise.
we can also fireball them.
You could also firebolt them. What do we want to do?
Honestly, I say we just fireball them and sort out what's left.
All right.
I mean, we
Yeah.
get so few opportunities for you to be able to use your magics at full effect.
It's valid.
It's up to you.
So where do you? Can you do it from there? Yeah, you can.
That's Altus, though.
Oh, shit. Every time.
Okay, so are you sending then Z to the front of the line?
Not necessarily the front, but
He has line of sight. He could hit here easy.
All right, where are you placing it?
so it's 20 for radius. So if I go right there on that crosshair,
All right,
5, 10, 15, 20.
let's take a look.
Before that happens, I'm scared of this army.
Oh fuck!
I'm gonna ready a wall of fire to block us off from the army, just in case something like it wakes up any of those fuckers.
I already a spell too.
Okay. I mean, you guys are planning pre-battle, so you haven't been detected. If you want to have something prepared, I'm totally
It
cool
just
with
sucks because I'm gonna burn that spell, and that's a fourth level.
Do you
Well-
think you need to burn it?
I mean, just in case like the army wakes up.
Well,
But
we
even...
could
Go ahead.
we could all hold, if they wake up and you don't get at the top of the initiative round, we could all hold our turns for you to go
Maybe.
first. only being if the army gets to go first.
And if nothing else, me and Tempest could cover while you guys retreated or something like that. I'm saying I wouldn't waste the spell slot. I would just cast it on your turn.
Yeah, but I mean, we wouldn't be trying to retreat at that point, right? We would be
Well, I'm
fighting.
saying like to where you can get better use of your ranged abilities. That's all I was saying.
All right. So we have spells prepared.
I'll hold off on prepping mine.
Okay, Altus.
Trying to think what's gonna do the most. Which spell I feel?
You're a cleric, not many.
Yeah.
All right.
Spirit guardians.
So
It's great.
Give you a little fist
All right.
Z, fireball goes off.
Yep.
You immediately hear all of the yelping and chittering in the room turn to frightened screeches. And what is your spell save?
That's a great question.
24.
Fucking much. 14.
Okay,
Was off by 10.
so 3 of them immediately fail. Give me the damage.
I want some skin in the game. I want a skin in the game.
Tray of D6s.
Oh, you failed me.
16, 27 total.
As you and they are all temporarily blinded by the light, roll initiative.
Mr. Twilight Cleric, do I still have advantage on that?
Yeah. That was a bad roll.
What'd you get?
No, for the fireball, it was really bad. Fireball.
Oh,
What'd
I
you
thought
get?
you meant for. I got a 3 total.
3 for initiative.
Yeah.
Right.
With advantage?
I got an 8, but I also rolled a 4. So,
Jeez, I'm sorry, getting someone else.
well, I needed
I know
to.
you do.
I'll take it.
Z.
I got a. Oh, that's a 6. I got an 8.
All right. Who has
Okay, we have the same. He's definitely more dex than me.
That's 2.
All right, Tempest.
dirty 20.
Excellent. That's more what we were looking to hear. And Altus.
11.
All right.
You're the
you
dex
guys
character.
are,
There's no excuse for you.
and they are on something you will eventually find.
Did any of them take any damage?
Yes, all of them took damage.
Okay.
Tears it. I'm gonna do War Mage
Tempest,
next.
you're up.
Okay, I run in, rage. Do I want to be right here? Sure.
Get to where you're within 5 feet as many as possible if you can.
Oh, okay, so then maybe I go here.
Like here would be good. Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
Okay, attack recklessly. So one of those is a 20, and then the other one's a 25. So I got a nat 20, which is 27, and then 25.
Okay, so both of those are going to hit. Who are you aiming which at?
This one that's nearest the
Jordan?
yeah.
Okay, I will give you a freebie. I would only recommend using one attack on him.
Oh, excellent. Okay, I'll go ahead and use the non-crit then.
Okay.
And so that'll be one of these plus 7. 8 plus 7, 15. Yeah.
That one goes down.
Okay, and then the other one's a crit, so that's going to be full damage. So that's 12 plus 7, 19 plus a roll. 19 plus 7, 26. And then
That one goes
that's
down.
it. And then deck save for that one.
All right. That is going to be a 16.
He makes it 6-3.
All right.
Lightning.
She's
All right,
always
and you can tell that
so
the one
nice
that
to
took
watch her
those 3
work.
damage is not looking good already. As the true damage of this fireball, the floor dipped into a dome shaping from all of them now slippery. Yes,
I just gotta
Is
throw
the
up a
ceiling
2.
raining?
it is.
So that's running water.
All right, so that's going to come from us to them. And
I
It was
kind of
not
throw up a
us.
piece. I did 2 fingers up behind me. So you guys.
as all of them immediately turn and flee, this one starts to sizzle and collapses into the ground.
How funny would it be if you just like touched the roof and cast like bless or like whatever you create holy water and then do fireball so it's holy water raining down.
Well, you don't even need holy water, just as long as it's running.
Effect.
Yeah.
2 more of them fell to the floor, sizzling from the running water, both dripping and running into the puddle around them as the others disappeared down the dark tunnel.
Did she get an
Yes,
attack of
two
opportunity
they
against
got
that guy?
That one died.
Okay.
So how many
2 of them dipped into the cavern.
died from fireball and water damage?
There was none that died from fireball, 2 that died from water damage.
Okay, just making sure my kills are adding up correctly here.
All right, that is going
He's
to
on
bring
a
us.
rampage now.
That's going to bring us down to Altus.
Oh no, I lost my kill count.
They ran!
I'm gonna run in.
Cowards.
The Tempest. Yeah. You didn't save any for us?
Well, they ran away.
I mean, we're still in mission
Maybe we
order,
should
so you
run
can chase
after
after
them,
them.
yeah.
Dash!
Yeah, but
Dash,
see,
dash.
there's an army up here
That has done nothing.
that has done nothing.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that behind us. I think.
That's 30.
That was 30?
I mean, to be honest, every time we've encountered these things, they've ran. So even if those things are more of these, they'll probably also just run.
I wonder if we should try and destroy them.
Oh, I really hope they're not leading
dormant
us
like
directly
that.
into a trap.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm gonna hold my action and wait for the rest of my party. Or hold the rest of my turn. and wait for my party.
What are we
Okay.
afraid of? What's
What
happening?
are you actually holding in action?
No.
Okay, that's going to bring us down from Altus to Z.
What are we scared of? These things? Sorry, I'm just throwing off because there's nothing there, which
Yeah,
I totally
there's-
understand.
There's an army of
Little things.
poorly sculpted kobolds.
Are they moving at all?
Made of ice.
But the yipping is getting
The
like.
yipping is gone.
Oh, there's no sound.
Once you cast the fireball, the yipping turned to shrieks and then went silent as the battle began.
I really hope these aren't friendly kobold vampires.
No, I gotta say that.
Vampires are evil.
Now
So
you may never know.
I'm gonna move into the room with Tempest and all this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move next to Tempest. Like
All right.
here.
Anything else, Z?
What's your movement speed?
30.
Are you double dashing or?
Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so you get there.
Okay.
My speed's 30. I was looking at that.
You
If
were
you
here.
dashed, you've gotten further.
No, I was here because I
No,
cast the fireball.
Second
Oh,
Altus.
This
sorry.
is here.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no,
So from Z, we're going to Molly.
I'm going to double move down as far down here as I can. And I'm also at a 30.
All right. As Molly does that, we are down to Hugo.
60. I will bring up the rear, just keeping an eye on whatever the fuck's in here.
You guys like, this is my white whale.
And
As
just
Balin comes
watching
down-
anything.
As Balloon comes down from the other corridor, we are back to the top of the round with Tempest.
I start down that hallway.
All right.
You got 40 feet, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you doing double?
Well, just get me to like this, and I'm gonna peek around the corner.
Okay.
Right here.
As you peek around the corner, you see them enter this room. This 30-foot high cavern reeks of death. The floor is slippery and slightly concave.
I'm gonna take 2 shots. Oh wait, I doubled it. Never mind.
Did you?
All right.
Can you hit them with your aura?
No, they're 10 feet away.
You still have movement. This was 40. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you can still get next to
Alright,
him.
yeah, I'll get up on. And that one right in front of me. needs to
Okay,
bounce
can
it.
I please get a dexterity or an acrobatics check?
Oh, loud.
Oh, I got a natural one.
Shit.
All right.
Macaronis.
You fall prone
Right on my
onto the
face.
ice at the feet of this kobold as the floor is more slippery than you anticipated.
Gotcha.
How much movement did she have
Do I
left?
still get my aura?
I think she used a dash to get down there.
Yeah, but her order is a bonus action.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
So he makes a dex.
All right.
But if she has 20 feet left, she could
Yeah.
technically stand out. Okay.
All right. And does your aura affect both or just the one in front of you?
Just one of them. So just one of them.
All right. That is a 6.
Doesn't make it.
4.
He takes 4 damage.
All right.
She loves this box. She just throws her dice out.
Still
Throw it on the ground.
defeats the purpose a little
All right.
bit.
The kobold vampire whimpers and shrieks as you do that. And it
I
is
found him!
their turn as
Oh boy.
they both turn against you
See, they aren't evil.
and each makes a bite attack. One 18 to hit and one 14 to hit.
18 roll.
18 will. And that is going to be 5 piercing and 5 necrotic damage. Your maximum
Oh no.
hit die your maximum hit point is reduced by an amount equal to the necrotic damage taken.
So my max is decreased by 5.
Yes.
I give myself my temp HP. So
Yes.
Oh, let's try to get temp HP, right?
So if you took 10 and you had 10 to temp HP, so then you took no damage, does it still reduce her?
Yes.
Okay.
So 5, just 5, not 10 for the max HP reduction.
Okay. And then I'm gonna half the first damage, so
Alright.
that's gonna be
2.
2. Okay, and then so that doesn't get rid of my temp HP, but I'm still getting forced down further, right?
Yes.
So 5 below my upper. Okay.
Alright, so that's gonna bring us from them to Altus.
Alta, she called and said she found him, and then she screamed a bit.
And I'm run. How far do I have?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
As he passes
30,
Olive.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 55, 60.
Spiritual weapon.
Alright. So, Altus, you can get to the corner there where you can see Tempest on the ground, but not far enough to see the kobolds around the corner. Anything else?
Do I have any spells that can go around the corner?
You could cast Spirit Weapon right here, but you wouldn't be able to see what you were attacking.
Yeah. That's gonna be.
May.
Ooh,
Alright.
you said you can see Tempest?
Tempest, yes.
Okay, but she actually hasn't taken any damage, so you can't healing word her, so never mind.
Alright.
Okay, I got there.
So, from Altus, we're down to Z.
Z. She's gonna double move.
She's going to activate his go-go boots and go 120 feet this turn.
So you.
I could get in front of Altus if I went diagonally instead of.
Okay. Anything else on your turn? As you now see the kobolds standing over Tempest's prone body.
I can't do not have any bonus action spells.
Mm.
And I got rid of Quicken spell, sadly.
Okay, so from
Transmute Quicken spell. Come on.
from Z, we're down to Molly.
Give me
Double
more
move as
levels.
well.
All right, double move again.
What's your move at 30?
Yeah. Sorry you have to do all this extra work.
And
55. So you can get behind. You can flank. If you want. I guess you'd probably have to make a dex check, right, when he enters the room.
you do. So if you're walking in there, can I get an acrobatics check?
So remember,
That
With
is
exhaustion.
much worse.
so we have
Good.
disadvantage on
Something
ability
good.
checks.
So,
So don't go.
9.
9. Okay, so the acrobatics check was a 9, which is not enough, and you are now also prone.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hilarious.
All right. So as we slide into 2 kobold vampire
Because like
spawns,
dent the ice from Atlas is a huge thing. Just whoa.
as you wiped more than half of their number from the face of the planet, and they're now 3 stooges in your way to the rest. We are down to Hugo.
I will look in here, any movement or anything from these people?
From the bodies?
Yeah.
No.
I will peek around the corner and say, it doesn't look like guys. And then I will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hello? And then I'm back in.
Okay.
We're back here.
Oh.
Valin's just like, I'm not going to tell you where they were.
Figure it out yourself.
You don't
Valin
get to know.
is going to say, I think they went through here, although I'm hearing strange sounds. And she'll make her way around the corner with Professor Scant kind of bobbing happily behind her. And we're back at the top of the round with Tempest.
If she told me that, can I get closer and can I use my action to dash?
Sure.
You might be better off just attacking from prone.
Well, I don't need to move, so why can't I just get up, right? It's still attack twice.
Well, I just don't know if... Well, you can attack twice from prone, too.
But I would get up, like... I get up, I attack twice.
I'm just worried that you'll fall down.
Recklessly. Okay, so 26 and 22.
All right, both of those are going to hit.
And, I guess I didn't... No, I do. Okay, so the one, how about this one over here is the one I'm attacking. And then
Okay.
he can make a dex save. So 14 plus 8. No, 14 plus 14 is 28.
28 damage.
Yeah, and then what's his dex save?
All right, his dex save was a natural 20.
Okay, so he won that. So 2 more.
All right,
30.
so 30 total. He is now looking incredibly rough as you see one of the limbs seems to be hanging out of its socket and you can see bone coming up its arm as its jaw is dislocated from your attacks. And that is the end of your turn. And we are down to the kobolds. And this one, as you see it, it like shifts it back into place.
Gross.
And you see it begin to regenerate the limb. As they both turn to attack.
I'm prone, so they would get advantage.
That is going to be... They're going to attack the thing that just hurt them poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah, advantage on her.
Yeah.
Trying to help.
I tried. That's fine, but they don't operate on people logic. So that's going to be a 22 and a crit to hit. Right. And that is actually incorrect because I just rolled dexterity twice again. See, what that's actually supposed to be, apologies. That is going to be a crit and a 21 to hit.
I don't believe you.
I'm looking at one of them. I'm gonna, because that was
That's
kind
our
of
first GM
ridiculous,
call out.
there's 24, 22, 26, 21.
Yeah. Right.
On my home game on Sunday, I crit 5 times.
Oh my.
Okay, so the first one is going to be... All right, so the first one is going to be... it's going to be 8 piercing, 9 piercing, and 7 necrotic. So that's 7 from your max HP again.
Okay, so 8, 9. I'm having both those, and then what was the necrotic damage?
7.
Okay.
And the second is going to be 6 piercing and an additional 5 necrotic.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
Let me do the necrotic second.
Okay.
Actually, so I'm sorry. So the second is what are the 2 damages?
6 piercing and 5 necrotic.
6, and then I'm having that down to 3, and then I got 7 necrotic, and then what was the second necrotic?
5, so 12 now total
So
for
12
this.
together, and then that lowers my
Max HP by 12.
12. Okay.
All right, that is the end of the kobold's turn.
Keep track of that somewhere. 12, and then the other one was 5.
What is your HP?
17.
She's at
I'm
50 something.
at 58.
That's still more than my max. Barbarian.
From the kobolds, we are on to Altus.
Woo-wee. Okay.
And I will call from the floor. It is very slippery.
I'm going to get here, and then do I cast a spell or do I go for it?
I would cast a spell.
Yeah, that's the best. Move. Seeing you two on.
Well, actually, you have the best acrobatics out of all of us, but you do have exhaustion.
Seeing you two on the ground, I'm going to the spell. And if I could have complete and total silence. I kid.
I mean, it's probably pretty quiet in the backyard.
I'm pretty sure that's impossible with this group, but I wish you the best of luck.
He's in the backyard.
I know Twitch chat called me out on being loud already.
I saw. Well, because I was watching the little volume bars over here. I'm sorry.
Oh, I forgot about those.
I'm just gonna, on impulse, I'm gonna guiding bolt the one that's right in front of Tempest.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Ranged spell attack.
Give it to me.
Wait, I'm gonna guided strike it.
Okay.
So it's gonna be
That I can nearly guarantee you will be enough to hit.
It's plus 10.
it's plus 10. I'm trying to remember my spell.
So that will be enough to hit.
Oh, that's a 19. From a 3 to a 19.
Yes. All right. So give me a damage roll for that.
And that's 46, I want to say. May I borrow 2 sec?
By all means. Yeah.
That is 12.
All right. And you hear it hiss and shriek as it hits it, and it sizzles.
Thank you, Frank.
And from Altus, we're down to Z.
Okay.
Cannot kill.
What?
You're gonna kill before we can get to them.
Z shakes his head. I'm sick of vampires already, and throws out both hands and is gonna twin cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
So they both need to do a dex saving throw, please.
All right. That is going to be a 7 and a 13.
The 7 will fail the 13.
Is this your cleric spell? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take those damage rolls.
That's the shitty part.
Which spell are you casting?
And is that
Sacred
radiant
Flame.
damage for Sacred Flame?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Show is
Jonah.
12. So 6 for one that made it. Or no. That one just doesn't take anything. So
All right.
the one directly in front of me. Oh, you choose. Sorry, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So the
Okay.
one, this one here is the one that took it and is now looking back to incredibly rough as the arm that just regenerated slides back out of its socket. And you see it kind of struggling to remain standing as they have now both taken radiant damage, and we are down from Z to Malai.
From the ground, I'm going to kitty corner so it doesn't hit Tempest, thunder wave them.
Okay,
So they need con saves.
sounds good to me. A lot of saves in these guys tonight. So that's a 20 and a 14.
Okay, so the 14 definitely fails. The
Alright.
20 passes.
Barely.
What do we got for damage?
The one who passed takes 5. Takes 2 damage, and the one that failed takes 5.
Okay, so
But
that
the
is
one-
enough.
That fails gets pushed 10 feet, and if he hits a wall, he takes extra damage.
So that initial damage on the one that failed was enough to knock it to the ground as its body just kind of comes apart from years of degradation. And the one that is still standing takes that 2 damage. And we are from Malai. Is at the end of your turn?
I'll stand up.
Okay. And we are down from Malai to Hugo. As one remains standing, hissing at you.
Come on, buddy.
I will come
Stop and eat crackers.
here in front of Lynn and keep checking our flank.
Okay.
Probably a smart idea.
All right.
We need to check that room.
Valim is going to
Yeah,
pass
check
you
it.
and come around the corner here, but she cannot get around the rest of the party to see what's going on, so we are back at the top of the round with Tempest.
What up, Lynn?
2 attacks
Right.
with my axe.
Whammy.
Okay, 17 and
Hits.
dirty 20.
Hits. They are
She
not
rolled so
targeted.
low, it
Take
doesn't
a
matter.
con roll or a save. Oh, that's really disappointing.
It's still 10.
It's still 14 with the adding. So 14 plus 4, 18.
All right.
And then the save
Was a 22.
made it, so 2 more.
So
So what did I just say? 14 plus
Just
4,
trying to-
18, 19, 20.
Okay.
20 damage.
So now this one is also barely standing.
Ah!
As you begin to look at you with this kind of toothy grin as it expects to begin to regenerate, and then realizes that it isn't, and panics and tries to flee.
Oh, I'm going to take a hit on its way out.
All right.
Me as well.
17.
Hits.
Good thing you stood up.
Well, I could have hit it from the ground.
8 plus 7 is 15.
All right.
This is 16 hit?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then its speed immediately becomes 0, but I think it's dead, so it
It
doesn't
is dead. As it falls to the ground, its little kobold vampire head skittering across the ice away from you as it slows to a stop, turning to face you again with lifeless eyes.
Who did that? Me or you?
And we are out of combat.
You can have it.
Oh, thanks. I will take it. It bit me the most.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure my Thunderwave didn't even kill one, so you can have that one as well.
Well, I don't want to take that one. I don't want to get too unfair.
I just don't know how comfortable I am with counting the amount of people I've murdered.
Oh, God. Just walk away from you.
You get used
I'd also just like to point out, now that we're out of combat, that was a 2nd level spell slot for that Thunderwave.
Nice.
to it.
Like, bummed you didn't kill him with it?
Come on.
It's 3d8 and I did 5 damage.
You saw I rolled a 1 and a 3 on my 212.
And you did 20 damage.
Yeah, move into the room and investigate.
As you move into the room, while this room does stink of death, it's clear that the scent itself is coming from the exit.
Ugh.
The exit being south.
Yes.
Explore the little bubble up top. Up north.
All of this area appears to be sort of the nest
Okay.
of this vampire horde, as it were, and they have collected bones and rotting corpses and just kind of any sort of thing that they could scrounge from within the caves itself. But it's clear from the age of these that the picking was scarce.
Yeah. Okay, so that ends.
I
There's
set
nothing.
fire to the corpses.
So that's actually probably not a bad idea. But I have a question.
Produce flame.
We did not go up north. Do we want to see what that passage is up north before we continue south?
My only stipulation is that the more encounters we have, the more resources we use, and this is continuing downward, which is the only thing we've been given.
Sure.
So, like, if we go that way and get into an unnecessary conflict, that would make us weaker. And she just took a bunch of HP damage, and you guys are still exhausted.
That's valid.
Oh, speaking of, between all of these previous searches and getting to where you are right now, can I please have a con save from the three of you?
Oh, shit.
I'm getting advantage on that, so if you want to make me roll wild magic, I will gladly do that. Wild magic was a 13,
Okay.
which means nothing. But I will
I got a
increase.
17.
Okay. And you succeed.
A 10,
+4.
14.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do you need it too? Because I can only do it once.
No, I can't. I'm just thinking, is 14 enough for him? I can help that a little bit.
Can you do that while you're also helping yourself? Action
I
economy
can't help
wise?
myself at all.
Okay.
Except advantage is a free action. Con 16.
Okay. You succeed.
Do I help Jake?
I mean, you should give it a shot. We know 16.
Yeah, okay. So I'm using my reaction and 2 sorcery points to roll a d4. So I have 2, so you get 16 as well.
You succeed as well.
Teamwork!
as you go, and both of us are like, no, come on. Like, we just give you.
Now you all succeeded, the hunger has not abated, it has resettled in your stomachs.
I guess we'll eat more.
Mother of God.
We have like a month of
Yeah,
worth
we
of
have
rations.
Once you eat again, it is sated.
Is that eating a offering tempest?
I really hope
eating
that
a
that's
little
not
red skin.
the rest of my life.
I am keeping track of rations, by the way.
Okay.
That's helpful. I kick around the bones. I guess I try to investigate them.
And this is... We're fine to walk on this now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I assume it's going to be careful, right? Oh, can Valen make an acrobatics check when she enters? I just want to see.
After having seen all of you come in and fall prone, she will make her acrobatics check.
With advantage?
No.
Okay.
I secretly gave her disadvantage. Just kidding.
That is a 12, and she stays standing.
It was less than...
You guys rolled so low.
Yeah. Really low.
You see as she steps onto the ice that she kind of wobbles for a second, and then Professor Scant balances on her hand, and together they follow you across the room.
I really want Professor Scant. Like, Mala, every time he sees Professor Scant, there's like fierce jealousy and greed in his eyes.
Where are you all going from here?
South is what we decided.
Yes.
All right, so entering that southern hallway,
I'm assuming Tempest is
you can
first.
see
Tempest, maybe you should hang behind me because I'm at full health.
Okay.
you can see that this hall forks as well.
I mean, you'll run in front of me because you always get better
Fork.
initiative anyway.
To the left or to the right?
To the left, to the left.
Everything
I
on
got that
the
one
left.
too. Oh shit! I'm sorry.
He's still going to tie you and not one.
Okay, right it is.
All right, so you are going to the right.
Yeah.
And can somebody click on the map to tell me which one you all believe is right?
South.
This
South.
this one?
South. Excellent. All right. So, entering.
Perspectives are weird.
I know, right? I feel you. The deathly stench originates from this 10-foot high cave where a dozen human skulls surround a pillar of ice. A large cavity has been opened in the pillar as if something had burst from inside it.
Does the cavity look like we can repair it with the right tools, or is this or tooth removal?
What?
He's making a dentist
That was
joke.
a very bad joke. Very bad joke.
Oh god, I had a
We
moment
just
there.
weren't prepared
No.
for dentistry.
I wasn't either.
I,
Apparently,
I mean,
I caught it first and I was still like, ugh.
is he really gonna do it?
that's
Is he gonna follow
exactly
through?
my sense of humor, and it just went
I know.
right over.
I was hoping you were gonna get it. I was like, if anyone's Colter. All right. Can we inspect the pillar?
No. I have a question. When you say skulls, are they like floating around it or on the ground around it?
On the ground.
Okay. Because I saw a bunch of skulls like swirling around like a black vortex. I was like, oh, we should just go.
Oh,
This here
you should just
is-
go back to Waterdeep. Just leave this place.
The kind of oblong shape here is that pillar that something burst out of, and these little shapes on the ground are the skulls.
It's almost like something has been bringing skulls to this. Maybe. I'll make an investigation check if you would like, or an
Yes.
intelligence check. Whichever.
Intelligence.
Right. It's the same.
Yeah.
I'm standing at that other hallway. No, yeah, just in case anything comes.
17?
Along that way.
So, based on what you saw
Where's the
coming
beginning?
in the room above this,
Done.
this would appear to have been a tomb that something burst out of. That there were skulls. That were
So this is
here.
probably where the hyena came from.
Or the Rem or Razzle.
No, it was too small for the Remoraz. I
Rest
don't
of the
think you
task.
understand
More-
how big that thing is.
Well, I
More-
didn't see it with my fancy magic eye.
More than likely, yes.
All right, moving on. This, I think this is where our friend Cacklehide came from.
Inspect it and inspect and see if there's anything else in the room.
Fire to this,
Yeah, go
this too.
I
Is
mean,
it-
I'm not against.
Is it a pillar of ice?
It is.
Okay.
Get those skulls of fire.
Investigation. It's a 19.
There is nothing but scraps of bone. It appears that this is the most treasure he was interested in.
Firebolt.
Did we ever find out the
Firebolt the two.
vampire's name? I'm going to call him Cacklehide.
As you do so, it begins to drip and run as the pillar itself melts from being a column to close the opening to become a top and a base with nothing in between.
I'm going to keep firebolting until it's all gone.
As you do, more and more of the water drips into the floor as they recede to the base and the ceiling until all that was left of the tomb is gone.
He feels better now.
Well, if this isn't a part of the magic city that we're looking for, what the hell put that thing in this tomb?
That's a really good question that I don't know if we're going to figure out.
Well, we do know that the Frostmaiden likes to preserve unique creatures, and I've never heard of a gnoll vampire before.
So,
But we've seen them preserved in statue form. This was
It's still
in a
ice.
tomb.
Perhaps vampires don't freeze as easily?
maybe it was an experiment gone wrong and it just adapted to the environment.
Did we ever hear the thing speak?
Yes,
So it spoke common, so we know it wasn't Netherese.
It's so common.
it did.
I say we explore the next passage.
Yes, I say we find an exit from this horrible, horrible place.
All right, so exploring this more northerly cavern.
Lynn, is this place open to the outside, or did it close after us?
It, as far as I know, is still open, although we haven't revisited the entrance to confirm.
I don't think this place should be open to the public.
Well, given its remoteness, I would assume it would be very difficult for a general commoner or the like to be able to reach it. And as she says this, you enter...
A room full
Lots
of commoners.
Market, dude. You enter a 20-foot high cave. Entombed in the icy floor is the frozen, well-preserved corpse of a frost giant. Scratch marks in the ice suggest a half-hearted attempt to excavate the remains.
Oh, on top of us.
Yes.
Not like he was like trying to.
So I don't think we should melt this one.
Oh, no. No.
But it also means that we have reached a dead end of all current avenues.
Well, we still have
We
the
have to
Yeah.
backtrack.
northerly room that we need to check.
Well, I just mean we have to backtrack. That's all I meant.
I'll investigate the room.
It is empty, aside from the floor.
If you walk across that floor and that
go
frost
ahead.
giant grabs you or something.
And roll investigation.
How thick is the ice over him?
I mean, if we can see him, it can't be that thick.
Go ahead and roll the investigation.
That is a 12.
So it's roughly, you can tell that it's over a foot of ice. The exact depth is hard to tell. And that these kind of seem like they may match something small like a cobalt digging.
Do we want to entomb this further?
I say eventually we would want to entomb this entire area.
All right.
You would say over 1 foot, but less than 2 feet.
From a 12, I would say over 1 foot.
So this is actually 2 feet of rock. So if rock is akin to ice,
Ice is a mineral.
so
I mean, lots of things are minerals.
Water is lava, by the definition.
That's
Oh
not.
gosh.
It's a liquid. It's
But it's
something
not-
that's been converted to
not
liquid that comes
water.
out of the earth.
Get in the comments.
H2O water.
I have seen a video. Water is lava.
The internet
Not
would never
true.
lie to me.
At
So does that
all.
mean that fish are not wet because they're already in water, and so
So what was your plan with the 2 feet thing?
detect thoughts, see if there's anything there.
No.
Okay.
All I know is that fish swim through lava. So
All I know.
And there
As-
goes our subscriber.
As we leave the room,
Skyrocketing.
I'm gonna do a few things.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm going to cast a wall of water to block off essentially like all of this around here.
Huh.
And then I will
Okay.
go through and cast 2 instances of Ice Knife. And then once the cold damage hits the wall of water, it freezes it.
All right.
So this passage is now completely frozen through.
how many
Wall
spell slots
of
was that?
ice.
3 spell slots. We really didn't want this thing out, right? So
I mean,
that's why I checked.
3 spell slots later. What would you like to do next?
we're moving up to the passage that we did not check.
Just checking my foot.
All right. So, Bolin is already ahead of you, waiting for you in that other room.
That's
I have a premonition that we're going to have to go down into the Remoraz room.
I mean, I feel like we probably knew that. We just didn't want to think about it.
I was really hoping we would find a different egress.
Well,
All right.
Like, how big is this map still?
It's pretty damn big.
It's pretty damn big.
Jesus.
Ah,
My dude. Good fucking lord.
So,
All right.
coming into this northerly room,
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
the dead end cave contains a half dozen mounds of snow.
It's okay.
Say again. I'm sorry. We're all like trying to get the map back.
This area has slippery and uneven floors. Icicles hang from the ceilings, ranging in height from 15 to 30 feet as you make your way through. And there are 2 tunnels leading off of the main chamber.
North.
sure.
Oh, I think these are the 2 tunnels.
Sorry, the northerly
Oh, I'm sorry, I
area
thought
there
that was
dead
this.
ends.
Okay. So then east.
Malay walks into the room. It couldn't possibly just be an empty room, right?
I mean, those do exist.
Do they?
Apparently.
There's a lot of treasure in this
All
goddamn
right.
dungeon.
Where are you headed from here?
I eated it.
Can I do an investigation of the ceiling?
Sure.
Can we just say
12
that
again.
you're detecting thoughts every like 5 seconds just in case?
I mean,
Just tell me when you want to do it. You can do it as often as possible, but I would like to be told.
yeah, I don't do it.
So, from your 12, it appears that they form naturally, like you saw in that previous cave before you encountered the kobolds.
But no ice methods this time.
No ice method.
That I can see.
Well, might as well.
East.
I would say we just go south, clear out that portion, and then if that keeps going,
West. So, you're going down or
I'll go
east?
east.
I heard one vote for each. Where are you guys headed?
Malay will just peek.
All right, you see a chamber filled with piles of snow in mounds. And it is not letting me reveal.
Okay. Z will go up to the entrance and do detect. Everything's been undead though, so he's like, there's no point in keeping it up.
Well, I mean, these definitely look like graves.
Is there Rema Razzle undead?
No, it's a monstrosity, I
Maybe
believe.
that guy.
If
Unless he
it's,
doesn't speak common.
if it's within 30
Let
feet of
me-
us, we're fucked.
Let me check something.
I
Really
mean, we might be able to take one. It's the 3 of them
If
that I'm
it's
worried
weak.
about.
I'm gonna check something real quick
That
here.
only has legendary action, so.
I'm more worried about the fact that our main attack methods are fire.
Oh, and it's probably immune.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
boy.
I can make it not immune.
That's handy.
Yeah.
And also ice. I think it's immune to both fire and ice.
And
I got
can
my rifle
change-
still.
I can change my spell damage.
And I have thunder damage, so.
In fact, nobody has been using those firearms but me.
So I've
You
used
guys
I've
have.
used
I never
it
got
once.
one.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Tranquil had one, but I never got it.
Once, but
Nice.
then he died.
Then he
So then I thought we
So-
gave them to you guys.
what
Yeah.
Never said it explicitly.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought we had
between these two rooms? What creatures are immune to your ability?
undead.
Just
And
undead.
Well,
constructs.
so if they don't think,
Okay.
and if they're immune to mind affecting spells,
Okay.
and if their intelligence is lower than 3,
Nothing.
Hmm?
Nothing.
nothing. Cool.
I don't want to go
In
in
either
this
room.
room.
In either room, nothing.
Well, can we see the other 2 rooms?
I was trying to reveal it, and it was fighting me like the Dickens.
Oh, I hate a bad Dickens.
All right.
It's almost as bad as a bad Baggins.
So,
I'm just saying a good Dickens is fine.
Mark,
Mm, sound like-
No? Shire Baggins? No? Nothing?
Oh no. All right.
Filthy
So yes, the room to the east is completely empty, and this room just has these mounds of snow.
Should I detect magic it? Or
they're
no?
so big for so little nothing. Like,
All right.
just
So our previous philosophy was
close to me.
that if there's no immediate danger, we move on because we're trying to maintain our resources.
But what about treasure? Should we be finding some treasures?
Yeah, but if we get into another fight and then we have to fight the Remoraz and we can't long rest for another 20
But some of the
hours.
treasure may help us against the Remorazzle.
Can you please say just Remoraz?
No!
Just once?
Razzmatazz.
Razzle dazzle.
You guys are triggering Rio now.
Should Richard Gere in the background singing Razzle Dazzle the entire time?
You could get 7 seconds of it, nothing more.
Well,
All right. What are you guys
Over and
doing from here?
So he's gonna go in this room, the south room.
Oh,
He's gonna walk in. He'll walk to here.
Before he walks in, I'm going to summon Mordecai and have him on his shoulder.
On his shoulder?
Yep.
All right, Z. As you enter into the room,
Bring it. Come on, just do it. Just do
Where
it.
are you going?
Do
Back
it.
here?
what's in the room?
On some level, I think Hank wants to play a new character.
I love Z. I just like
This dead end
Fucking
cave that
bring it.
contains a half dozen mounds of snow rise up to assume vaguely bipedal forms. Wide smiles appear on their otherwise
snow golems.
heads.
I quit. I quit.
Snow golems.
We can run away.
Roll for initiative.
How?
You
Where would
could.
we run?
Back out. Like, they might not pursue us. We don't know.
Come on, good initiative. Come on. Natural 20! First one tonight.
Okay.
Fuck
No,
you.
I got it. Maybe
Wait.
you're first.
22.
What is okay?
And you would have advantage. Rio.
You're going first, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. It's
11!
Fucking better than me.
What did you get, buddy?
Z.
Yes.
Well, you got a 3.
Oh
All of them are
no!
undead,
He's on a 3.
No, they're constructs.
All right. Altus was on a 22. Tempest?
17.
17.
My question is because there's an arrow here, is this a slide?
I think we gotta pretend the arrows aren't there because they don't help.
Oh, because that was not actually supposed to be revealed. That is on my layer of things, and you do not need it. It is just indicating the direction there's stairs.
It just would be effed up if this room was a slide and you couldn't get out
Would not get
easily.
out. Okay. All right. So with that,
I mean, logic would dictate that a fireball would definitely screw up their day, right?
That's what I'm thinking. If I can get out enough, and I can upcast it too.
Hopefully they only got a 1 on their initiative.
I'm sure that they fucking
they
didn't.
didn't.
A kind god would give them a 1 on their initiative.
All right. And we had Altus, you had a 22, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So Altus, you are first, followed by Mr. Hugo.
Mr. Hugo. Mr. Hugo.
You're up next. I
Um,
don't know.
You know,
Does Hugo have a last name?
Mm-mm. Oh yeah, he does Thistle Weaver. That's right.
Mr. Thistleweaver.
Thistle Weaver.
I'm gonna move up to just behind Z.
Okay.
And then I would like to cast Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Gardens emanates from you.
Okay.
So it's within 15 feet of you. So if we could do an aura on him, that would be the most helpful.
Yeah, so just put an aura
Are you doing
on
it?
me, and then I'll keep moving.
Okay.
To make it better. Yeah.
I don't think you can. Oh, there you go. Tilt an aura.
I can't see.
Just scroll down.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. It's
You're
like
welcome.
the mic was in my
Okay, so
way.
that's your 15-foot Spirit Guardian aura.
Ooh, that's huge.
So I moved 20
That's
feet
what she
there, right?
Oh
Mhm.
shoot! Yeah, I'm finally looking at the chat, and we should sit up and drink water. That's what
No,
I'm being told.
I mean, one of those was Jake, so it doesn't count.
One of those was me. I was like, oh, a lot of
The
points.
other ones are still accurate. Thank you so much for thinking of us.
David, I've never been hydrated in my entire life. I'm not going to start now.
My glass is empty, and I've made it through without a break so far.
My glass of water is also empty.
All right.
So I'm gonna move. I have 10 more feet.
Just
so
means
I
the
would have to
possibilities
move-
are endless.
Yes.
Doesn't mean it's empty.
Yeah. There or there. There's fine. That's great.
Okay.
Perfect. Wonderful. And that's my Spirit Guardians. That is my action. I use my movement. I think I'm good.
What does that look like?
Okay.
Don't Spirit Guardians
so
get to
this-
attack? Or is it
when
It's all
they
those
start their
shadows
turn.
he absorbed earlier.
So once I move there, I put my hands out to the side, and angelic creatures come up from the ground. And then as their wings come out and spread, little horns grow because they're not perfectly angelic.
Nobody's perfect.
I forgot how good this spell is.
That's cool.
Oh, I love it.
Okay. So from Altus, we're down to Hugo.
I mean, do we want to fight all of them?
We've started to fight. a
Okay.
lot. We've started that.
My main worry right now is if those things swarm Altus and Z, they can
Well, I can-
probably kill
I can
them.
get them out and then do the same thing I did to the other room and block it off. If
Wouldn't
we
that
didn't
take
want
3
to fight,
turns, though?
I'll just.
it would take one turn to do the actual wall itself, and then my next turn to freeze it, or if anyone else has an ice spell. But if we want to fight this, then I'm gonna go in
I mean,
guns blazing.
Altus has already used a spell.
Okay.
Well, it's particularly high level
Yeah.
spell, too. For us.
Let's see what it can do.
It's
Alrighty.
very effective. I can tell you now.
We
Okay.
gotta be about to 11. Let's do
I
it.
will.
Oh god, I'm weird.
5, 10,
Oh, my fucking snow golems.
15, and then
Death by Snowman.
When you put it like that,
I'll do a wall of fire.
By
Okay, where are you putting it?
Yeah, I'll make it surround
death
us
by
here.
Olaf.
Okay. All right, so that will hit all
And
of them,
it's
I believe, except for
So are we doing the same thing where I can double it up?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Because this isn't going to be a 60, so I'll just have it double thick.
okay, so that's gonna hit all of them then.
It's only 1 foot thick.
Okay, so it's gonna hit one
Yeah.
of them
So then,
Well, but Wall of Fire
Very
also
first.
10 feet from it deals damage.
That's
You pick a side that radiates heat.
there was a moment of silence.
This is just my go-to FUDM spell, so I know it very well.
okay, yeah. I'll trust Rio on this then. So then, yeah, I'll have it radiate heat outward to hit all of them.
Okay, so Master of Wall of Fire, is that a dex save?
Well, they take a dex save if they start their turn within 10 feet of one side of the wall, and then also if they also take damage if they pass through.
When the wall appears, each creature within the area must make a dex saving throw.
Great.
Oh. And then when they start their turn, and then if they walk through it.
Okay, so with that, they have all made a dex save now. And we have so many dex save on my thing. I wonder which one's which. 12, 17, 2, 11, 1, 13.
That's a lot of numbers you threw at me.
What's your
I'm going to tell
save,
you that
buddy?
my self save is 16.
Okay, one of them makes it, the rest do not.
Okay.
And how much damage are we taking?
5d8.
Oh, and it's when it ends.
Damn.
Okay, cool. I'm fine with that.
Good Lord.
Some D8s, I have some.
Wall of Fire is probably my favorite spell.
For snow golems.
No, it's not.
That's
It
no big
is.
deal.
You
Hell's
say that
Oven?
about every spell.
No, Wall of Force plus Wall of Fire equals the Devil's Oven, and it is the cheapest
27.
strategy ever.
27?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yes.
I don't know why we were scared of snow.
when
Hugo's getting back in the game.
Since the golems did not have actual true life, does that
your
count?
spirit guardians to stay up as long as
I
possible.
don't know.
Okay.
It's
You
only
fight
10
that
minutes.
okay, one
So
is
we're running-
left
we're
as
running
the
through.
others evaporate into steaming puddles.
As my bonus, I'll have Mordecai do his ranged attack on him.
Okay, does that fire as well?
Yep.
Excellent.
Give me your hand for your lost spell slot. Give it to me.
That's over 20.
Still cool.
Yeah,
My
their
head
armor
looks
class.
so cool. I'm like, by the time my eyes come to, they're
9
all gone,
points of
and I'm
damage.
Like, "Can I do that?"
9 points of fire.
Their armor class is an 8, and this one with the 9, which is an 18 for him, is gone.
I did not even get to go.
And
either.
you are out of initiative.
I'm
Okay.
still holding, and then I come to, I'm like,
So,
Can I
Ryan,
do
we're
that?
running. We're running to the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, keep them up if you can.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't give you this warning last time, but to be fair, can I please have an intelligence check from the 3 of you that are making con saves?
it's still me, right?
Yeah.
An intelligence check?
Yes.
Which we would have to split.
Can I use the tool set with
If your
it?
exhaustion dictates, yes. No.
You what?
You have disadvantage as well.
No, I don't, but I rolled a 4. So
Mm.
with my plus 4 intelligence, it's an 8.
So 8, 12.
An intelligence check?
You have
Yes.
disadvantage.
Oh yeah, that's 1 then.
Okay, so Z, you are the only one that realizes that it took about the same amount of time from the time that you first had this curse to the time that you had it again to the rumbling beginning again.
So it's happening at set intervals, is what you're
Okay.
saying.
What's that set interval?
With a 12, you can tell that it is around an hour.
Okay.
Whether it be an hour and 30 minutes, whether it be
Okay.
5 minutes from there, it's a little more foggy.
So we got to eat every hour? I mean, if you tell us, I guess. So you're the only one who figured it out.
Okay.
Apparently, my 18 intelligence artificer can't figure out anything.
So I'll pass out rations.
Okay.
Well,
Keep eating.
Does that mean we don't have to make the con save because we ate before it happened?
You do not have to make the con save this time.
okay, sweet. So I'm just gonna say that I think it's an hour. So every hour we're gonna eat. Even if I think we can go a little longer, I'm just gonna say.
Colter was like, I'll show them for preparing.
All right. As you go through your rations at
I do.
an expanded rate.
I would like to ask Vlyn if in her codex it mentions anything about a hunger curse from Ariel, or if she's aware of anything.
I'm not aware of one from Oriel, but I think from what you're describing, you may have just hit the nail on the head. It does seem like a hunger curse.
Okay, who has remove curse?
Fuck no. You do?
Can you at least remove it from yourself because you have the worst con?
Yeah, my con's halfway decent. I can get advantage if I need to.
Thought it. Yeah, I do have a curse.
What level is it?
Level 3.
Okay.
I mean, I would recommend at least doing it yourself. Personally.
Do you agree, Molly?
Oh yeah, no, 100%. If you lose any more exhaustion, like
You're gonna be okay? And
yeah, I have a 16 con, so
Yeah, con's one of my
and
strengths.
I'm proficient in it, so
As they both turn to you and say that they feel that their wares are enough about them to weather this curse,
More exhaustion.
you're more than welcome to cast it. Okay. Yes. As the shadow of the cursed hits the ice in a fizzle and dissolve, you no longer feel the pangs of hunger.
Oh, thank God.
Nice.
And you have now reached another dead end.
Okay, can we zoom out on the map just to make sure that we have not missed any outlets besides the giant, ominous death slug holes?
You have not
They're
missed any
closer to
outlets.
centipedes, actually.
Death thing holes.
There's that one,
Right.
this whole area.
Okay, yeah, so we have a decent amount that we maybe haven't checked yet. Okay, so...
This is probably
Let's
just another
mark
little
that one
room.
with an X. We don't want to go back into that one.
Oh, yeah.
That's the hunger one.
Um,
Are you sure you don't want to get cursed?
No, I really don't. All right, let's.
yeah, let's
go
see
back
that
to here.
one. Yeah.
And then
Oh,
tomorrow,
there's nothing in this room?
No.
To investigate, okay.
and if nothing else, tomorrow you can get me and Z.
Okay. Where are you going?
How long is your aura up for, buddy?
10
10 minutes. So now back into this room, you have one more hall which you have not gone down as the other three. There's another hall in the next room which you have also not gone down.
I'm gonna look down this hallway.
Okay?
Ninja. No, they're right there.
I don't have dark vision, so I'm just kind of following you guys.
I can give you dark vision in less than an hour.
I can make a light. I'm just
Yeah.
choosing not to.
No, yeah. I just like it's like great because like I can share my like 300-foot dark vision.
Z, as you look down into this empty room,
Yes, sir.
you hear a stream of whispers. You can't make out what's being said, but you can hear your name mentioned now and then. The source is unclear. They seem to be coming from several directions at once.
Okay. I'll tell everyone that I can hear my name being whispered.
None of the rest of you can hear this.
Could it be your unique telepathic abilities?
I don't know. Nothing like this has happened before, but I wouldn't necessarily discount it.
There doesn't seem to be any danger, so I'm loath to spend a spell slot on detect magic.
I agree. I'll do detect dots.
Nothing.
I'll go into the room.
All right, this is another fork.
With my cartographer's tools, would it be possible to like realize that this obviously can't go anywhere based on the structure of where the rooms are?
What do you mean can't go
I
anywhere?
just don't think you can. We're in like a block of ice.
It's just some of these things like this clearly like goes back this way. I was trying to use cartographer's
And
tools.
unless you've been charting the map the whole time we've been in here, I mean,
I mean,
how
so
can we even say?
I think part of what I would agree with Tempest on this one, because you cannot see the location of this, it's hard to tell if this hallway ends there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
From an
wanna start
overview,
mapping
it's
it.
easier to see, but from below, it's like, does this curve? What is, you know?
This is a literal maze. I don't think we can.
I'll move forward
Molly does have photographs.
You're gonna go down or over?
to the
That's
fork.
got to be helpful. But he doesn't have
Okay.
dark vision.
Okay, so are you going to go south or west?
Well, now if I'm in that fork, we could see if that hallway connects, right? In theory, kind of, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys.
And the room does go deeper on the side where it connected,
Right, left.
which is
That way.
south or west.
Okay, so,
All right.
Sweets.
Are you still leading the pack?
Oh no.
Okay, well, we're not gonna go in that. We're gonna
A-
back out of that.
No,
one.
it's just another pit.
A 30-foot high cave has exits in the north and south. Along the western side, a 15-foot diameter hole in the floor that seems to be the upper end of a tunnel.
That looks strangely like the tunnel in that other room.
Identical.
So do we backtrack and figure that out before we try to pass this hole?
I would rather we explore this particular group of rooms until we dead end, so we don't have to come back later.
Fair enough. I'm just
Razzle dazzle, no, you see?
An hour. But I used other concentration.
Oh, it's concentration.
I'm pretty sure. Let me check again.
I think you did.
Okay.
Just razzle dazzle, no comment?
I'm not going to answer any of your questions if you refuse to call it what it is.
You won't be able to resist.
And no, Remorazes have very low intelligences. I do not believe they can speak.
Okay, so they're not talking about Z.
No.
Are we still here whispers?
They have now dissipated.
Oh man, the mystery of whatever that room is.
Okay, so you're all continuing to the other side of this tunnel, is what it sounded like. You're going to have to knock out another dead end.
Do we want to try and sneak again?
Sneak. Let's sneak, yeah.
I'll cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
I don't know if we should keep spending your spell slots.
We could just
though.
use
That's what I'm
spell.
good for. I mean, I'm this supporty guy.
I think you're still a big guy right now, buddy.
Yeah.
So, go ahead and give me a stealth roll. I'm leaving it up for the time being because you guys just kind of walked here. Fair enough, so.
I mean, you're God, so I mean, like.
20.
20. So we have a 30 stealth.
So it would have been a 32, but it's actually 21.
Okay, right. Okay. So it was 30, 20, and then because of
A 27 and then an 18, which is still okay. But
So plus 10. Okay. So
13.
30, 31,
Because you did
13.
13.
You did, okay, cool.
Thank you.
Okay.
24.
All right. You all silently move across this space to the other end unhindered and find a winding hall that leads to another set of downward stairs.
Oh, okay. We're getting
Every day's a
real
wonder.
close. Okay, or maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Maybe at this point, Z, I should take point.
Sure. I will say I have detect thoughts up. Obviously, it's not going to do a whole lot of good because we're encased in ice, but it does go through 2 feet. So if there's like a small barrier,
Well, and you could walk right behind me.
yeah.
All right. So it continues downwards where you see those blocks in the next curve is a staircase until a cavern that begins to open up further.
And I have my headlamp on.
And entering this cavern.
Oh, I don't know what that
What the
is.
Look.
A flat sheet of cloudy ice forms one wall of this 40-foot high cavern. Something dark and humongous shifts behind the wall, its
No.
tentacles waving unimpeded. You become aware that you are not alone inside your mind.
Oh, fantastic.
Somehow, this horror from another world has wormed its way inside you. Yes?
Since Z has gone through the astral plane and stuff and been around creepy things, can I try to figure out what this is?
Well, I'm going to tell you what you guys tell me all the time, is you dealt with mind flares. If this is what I think it is, that's native to this plane.
From where you are right now, nobody has had to make a save yet. You feel these tendrils and whispers starting to reach out.
And
to
it's
you.
foggy, we can't see.
Cannot
okay.
see through.
Does it know we're here?
I mean, it's not in your brain.
I can hear it in.
I can feel it, but it hasn't said anything.
Should we back up so it doesn't?
Oh, what if this is the only way out?
We
We're not trying to
have
get out.
enough
We're trying to get
fire to get out if we need to.
Well, no, Yethrin is on the other side, so it would be out. That's what I meant.
I mean, I picture Yethrin being deeper, not better.
Are we in any place to fight if we need to?
Well, I mean, it's behind an ice sheet. I don't see how it could.
It's
Don't say those words.
you don't mind, so potentially it could hurt us from inside.
I mean, and it's definitely aware of us.
Oh yeah, it is reaching out.
Well,
Like
so
a king.
much for our stealth.
Is reaching out, is it attempting to communicate and we're just not letting it? Or has it, like, not initiated? It's just feeling us.
It's hard to tell. The way that it is reaching out is unintelligible.
I can
I'm gonna say
feel it
hi on my
in the
brain.
air tonight.
Nothing.
I'm gonna get closer.
The deer on the
Oh
playground.
my god. So now the problem was, I think that was too quiet for the mics to pick up that lovely "I can feel it calling in the air tonight" joke. But good on Jake. Good on
Oh,
Jake.
that was so good.
Okay, so what are you all doing?
I'm gonna walk forward.
Me too.
Let's just hustle. Let's just hustle through. Right? We just hustle, right?
Let's show respect. We respect you. We respect you.
Okay. As you
Okay.
all come over to where this corner reaches around, is everybody making their way around the corner here?
I'm making my way downtown.
Walking fast for sure.
This is
Guys.
fast and we're homebound.
I need everybody that is making their way around this corner to make
An intelligence save.
Wisdom. Wisdom or charisma.
that is going to be
Please give me this intelligence save.
a wisdom saving throw.
Damn it.
Okay, I'm using my thing to get advantage so it negates my exhaustion.
And you're gonna
I'm
roll.
gonna roll wild magic right now. God help me. That's a correct die. That's a 9.
That's a 9.
Which is fine because I need to get a 2. So for the wild magic.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that's
Oh,
the
no.
first.
Oh,
That's
no.
fine. I don't know if that's fine, buddy.
I'm only 1.
Okay.
Okay, before he says if anyone succeeds, if anyone gets low, let me know.
I have an 11.
Okay. Got a 10?
I got I'm fucked.
This is a wisdom save.
I got a 3.
Are we at disadvantage on this one?
That says save. Right?
Wait, but Stoker,
No,
did
it's
you
only
get rid of that?
ability checks. It's not
Ability
saves.
checks, not
Oh.
saving throws. Saving throws is the
Okay.
second exhaustion.
Not 20.
23.
23, 23.
11.
I'm going to give it to her just because she's more dangerous than you.
That's fine.
Plus 4, 14.
And yours?
20. Dirty 20.
As you begin to walk around the corner, both Tempest and
I tried.
Hugo freeze in place, their faces going completely blank as their bodies go slack in a relaxed standing pose.
Detect thoughts on. Which one of you guys low wisdom? Hugo.
Oh,
Sorry.
Hugo has good wisdom.
Yeah, I know, but I decided this. So.
What is it? So is that a wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw.
save?
Yeah.
Can't
Can
you
I just
purposely
let him
fail
in?
it?
Yeah. If I want him to talk to me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if you can talk, but like I can probe your brain to see what is on the surface of his thoughts.
With the effect that you are under, you will still have to roll.
Natural one.
Nat 1. This is the best Nat 1 I've ever seen.
Okay. So questions verbally directed at the target creature naturally shape its course of thoughts. So the spell is particularly effective as part of interrogation. So as an action, you can shift your attention. If you probe deeper, the target makes a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you get insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, something that looms large in its mind.
Looms large.
Yeah. So like, what's going on, buddy? What's in your brain? Why'd you stop?
You have heard unintelligible things in 1,000 languages, snippets of words reaching something familiar, telling you about past instances within your own life. These writhing thoughts, some your own, some each other's, some something else, are peeling deeper and deeper into your consciousness.
Is
See?
it distressing?
Yeah?
Okay.
Make it stop.
I have a plan.
What's up?
So the ice sheet is very thin, you said.
I did not.
Okay. How thick is it?
I don't believe you can tell.
It's
Okay.
moving behind it, so it's not solid ice unless it is moving through solid ice.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if this thing has a limited amount of water behind that, or if this is like the ocean?
Sure.
Or lava.
That is 19.
The way that it's moving, it doesn't seem as if there's any water at all.
None.
Oh, fantastic.
Well, my whole strategy was based on...
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to go with it because I wouldn't know, per se. I approach the ice and I hold a hand up to it, crackling with a prepared spell as I go, I don't know if you need this little pocket to survive, but you let my friends go right now or I will destroy it.
No reaction.
Shit. All right. I will activate my strength thing and I will just pick up Tempest.
Okay.
Altus, Z?
Okay.
I'm afraid.
I mean, it must have a range.
But what's going to happen if we pull it out violently and it does something to their brains?
What happens if we wait here for an hour and it eats their brains completely?
Okay, so we can't see anything else. Like, it's very foggy.
You can see the shapes of the tentacles and something very, very large.
Based on, can I make any kind of check to see if I can figure out what this thing might be? Based on past experience with lithids, and based on what Hugo has told me, how it's affecting him.
I'm trying to think of what check something like this would look like because it is not a nature check.
History? Like past
because it's
knowledge?
a memory kind of thing, sure, we can go with history.
Okay. I mean, that doesn't give me anything, so.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see. Wild magic roll.
Okay.
That's a wild magic roll.
Okay, let's get a wild magic roll. We try to save your friends from imminent madness.
Oh.
Every moment that you both stand stuck in this
I'm
feels,
moving with Tempest away.
feels like an eternity.
How far away is the creature from me?
I got it.
Well, we moved in, right? We moved
This
in
is as far as we moved in. And then
Well,
we
no,
got
because you
hit.
said were you talking about going around this corner past it? Or this corner?
This corner. This far corner. Oh, no, I'm not clicking on the right thing. But the farther corner.
Oh,
right,
this
so
one.
we had to have moved in, so we're up close to it.
Oh, and I walked right up to the ice earlier. But...
Okay, so the reason I ask is a random creature within 60 feet of you becomes poisoned. So that includes that creature.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Please don't poison one of us.
So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Cheek.
Cheek is poisoned.
buddy.
It's okay.
All right.
buddy. But
That's a 14.
14. So 14 history check. For that.
The closest thing you can think of is the illithid based on the tentacles that you can see, but nothing in Eberron, in Faerun, or between quite matches this.
If it's history, can I try?
So it was history as an interplanar traveler. And so because it wasn't really history, I was just trying to figure out a
Yeah, I get you. Mm-hmm.
And you're moving Tempest, you said?
Oh, yeah.
Strength check.
That's an intelligence check for me, actually.
And Tempest,
Can I do athletics?
yeah.
Oh my god. Skills. Athletics. That is still a 9.
As you push her, it's as if she's stuck to the spot.
Wait, it would be more than 9.
Isn't it 6 your bonus?
Well, it's 4 for my intelligence, and then we have 3 from proficiency,
So
right?
10.
So plus 3, so that would be 10, yeah. It would just be 10. I mean, I'll keep trying.
Okay. All right. Is anybody else doing anything before the next athletics attempt?
I'm wallowing in madness.
All right. As now we're approaching about 5 minutes between yelling at the creature, attempting to move your friends, and both of them still glued to the spot, staring at the sheet of ice.
Ooh. Go ahead.
No.
Okay. I'm going to spend... Are we in, like, combat turns, or can I cast 2 spells quickly?
You can cast 2 spells quickly. You're not in combat.
I'm going to reduce both of them.
Okay.
So a half size, half weight. And then I'm going to pick both of them up.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Can we, like... do we have the presence of mind of just allowing it, or do we have to make the roll?
Since this one is a physical effect and not a mental effect,
It's a 17. So.
yeah, that's...
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make
No, 16. No, 17. 4 plus 3 is 7.
All right. And where are you carrying them?
Down this way.
Out of the way of this creature?
Well, because there's no point going backwards and then being stuck still.
All right, so...
I'm not having to go back through this.
Yeah.
There.
Right.
So isn't it concentration?
Or I also have a potion of it, if that helps.
Yeah.
Okay, so... And why are you asking me this concentration?
No, it is a concentration, so you can't have 2 instances up.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So we can do it over once or right?
Yeah, you're not... Okay.
Z's pissed off and he's gonna throw spell.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So, first, since this was happening first, which one are you casting it on?
She's heavier, so I'll cast it on her.
Okay. So, reducing Tempest, and then are you just trying to drag?
I have one of the potions we bought of Enlarge Reduce, so I'll just
so
reduce
trying to
him.
point it as
Yeah,
well. Okay. All right. So, what are you doing as he's carrying them down this darkened hallway into unknown?
Taking a leaf out of Ma's book, he's attempting to shatter the wall.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
What if that makes this worse?
What
Z's
do you-
pissed off.
Go
He
ahead
doesn't.
and,
Z has. Okay, so Z was tortured by interplanar
I
beings.
guess
So like, he wants to torture this thing as much as possible. So like,
tell me what you're doing and what it looks like.
he's going to walk up to the wall, and he's going to clap his hands and throw like that and cast Shatter, but back here, so it doesn't hit anyone.
Okay.
If it hits him, he doesn't.
You're like
care.
here or
Yeah.
like here.
Yeah, so he's gonna he'll cast it like here-ish, so it hits that wall, but no.
Roll for damage.
Yeah, because this isn't do. This is a creature. I'm trying to hit the wall though, so I'm still rolling for damage.
It is a wall and cannot move or roll.
Cannot
to.
make a check.
15. That's 22 damage.
All right. As you cast Shatter, large cracks starting at the point that you cast on the floor reach up through the ice in jagged fingers as they cover from base to tip. And as he's carrying them away, you see all the tentacles go out and then in, and the creature recedes.
It just leaves?
The wall behind the ice becomes solid and descriptionless.
It heals itself.
And the cracks are
The
still
wall-
there. It's
okay.
just now instead of having shadows and
There's
tentacle
nothing there.
forms,
Okay.
it's just flat.
So my
And
threat would have
You
worked.
are both restored.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, while I can end the spell on Tempest,
I'm still reduced.
you're reduced for 2 hours. I'm sorry,
Okay.
bud.
Everything's fine.
You go! We have a mini gymnastic.
From the medium, small, for example.
What happened?
This guy ends also.
What was that thing?
I don't know,
Don't know.
and I don't want to find out. Let's
Fine.
mosey.
You're okay for now.
What did you do to Hugo? What did you do to me?
Well,
Oh,
I ended it on you. Like, as you come forward, I'm like, well, I guess I put you down and then. Even though you were very cute.
It was.
Oh, I gotta roll for Howling the Poison before. Sorry, buddy.
All
What
right.
does that do?
Just wanna.
I think maybe we should rest. Although we have already gotten past the squid, so.
I'm out of second level spells.
I'm hankering for a.
As you all escape the creature, or perhaps as it escapes you, that is where we end tonight.
Okay.
Leaving a few of your party members slightly worse from the wear, but without any apparent lasting madness.
Oh,
Thank
great.
you all so much for watching tonight. We really appreciate you tuning in. And we will be back after about a half an hour break to do Candlekeep Mysteries at Deep and Breathing Darkness, DM'd by Helena. And if you are not watching this on Twitch and you're watching this on YouTube, that'll also be up at the same time as this one. So thank you so much. We appreciate you guys being here, whether it be on Twitch or YouTube. And we appreciate all those people leaving the posture checks and hydration checks tonight. Thank you guys. We appreciate everybody leaving likes, comments, and subscribes. So thank you all for all you do, and thank you especially to our patrons Sparky, Daniel, David, Scott, Rio's mom, Alistair, Sean, and Johnny Mac. And as always, we wish you friends, fun, and natural 20s. Have a good night, everybody.